The 52nd floor of Hartwell Tower gleams like a temple to capital. Floor-to-ceiling windows frame Manhattan's glittering skyline, each light a testament to ambition realized or crushed. The executive boardroom stretches before us. Carrara marble floors, a 30-foot conference table of reclaimed Brazilian rosewood, and a Rothko original that cost more than most people earn in 3 lifetimes. Maya Santos, 26, moves through the space like smoke, present but unseen. Her catering uniform is immaculate. Crisp white shirt, black vest, hair pulled back in a severe bun. Her hands arrange crystal water glasses with surgical precision, each one catching the ambient light like scattered diamonds. But her eyes tell a different story. They flicker across the room's details with the trained observation of someone who learned long ago that survival depends on noticing what others miss. The security guard's slight limp. The way the cleaning staff avoids the northeast corner. The 3 cameras with their tiny red recording lights. She pauses at the window, her reflection ghosting against the cityscape. For one moment, her mask slips. Exhaustion. Grief. The weight of 17-hour days and student loans that multiply like cancer cells. Maya, V.O., 3 years at Columbia. Summa cum laude in economics, with a minor in applied mathematics. My thesis on algorithmic trading and market manipulation was nominated for the Rothschild Prize. She adjusts a place setting, her fingers trembling almost imperceptibly. Maya, V.O., sextens con TD. Now I serve sparkling water to men who couldn't solve a quadratic equation to save their trust funds. Funny how quickly the world reminds you of your place. Her phone buzzes. She glances down. Another automated message from the student loan servicer. $247,000 remaining. Interest accruing daily. Behind her, photographs line a mahogany credenza. Victor Hartwell, shaking hands with presidents, standing at trading floors, cutting ribbons at buildings that bear his name. A dynasty of wealth spanning 4 generations. Maya's eyes catch something else. A small, framed photograph partially hidden behind the others. A young woman, perhaps 30, with Victor's jawline and fierce eyes. A funeral program edge visible behind the frame. Marcus, entering, Santos. They want the Macallan 25 on ice, 3 fingers each. Move it. Marcus Chen, the catering supervisor, barely looks at her. He's already scrolling through his phone, dismissing her existence with the casual cruelty of middle management. Maya, quietly, yes, sir. She moves to the bar, her hands working with practiced efficiency. But as she pours the amber liquid, $3,000 per bottle, her mind drifts elsewhere, to her mother's hospital bed in Sunset Park, to the mounting medical bills, to the apartment she shares with 2 other women, where she sleeps on a pull-out couch in the living room, to the rejection letters from every major bank and investment firm on Wall Street, to the interviewer, who told her she wasn't the right fit for the culture. Maya, V.O. My father always said that knowledge was the one thing they couldn't take from you. He was wrong. They can make you invisible. They can make your knowledge worthless simply by refusing to see it. She carries the drinks toward the conference room, passing a wall of screens displaying real-time market data. Her eyes catch the numbers, futures contracts, currency pairs, derivatives, and for just a moment, her posture changes. Something sharper emerges, something that doesn't belong in a catering uniform. Then she's through the doors, and the mask returns. The room pulses with concentrated power. 6 men and 2 women occupy the space like territorial predators, their combined net worth exceeding the GDP of several small nations. At the head of the table sits Victor Hartwell, 67, silver-haired and granite-jawed. His presence compresses the air around him, every gesture deliberate, every word a currency transaction. To his right, Jonathan Hartwell, 38, Victor's son and heir apparent. He carries the polish of inherited wealth, the confidence of someone who's never questioned whether they belong. His Patek Philippe catches the light as he drums his fingers impatiently. Maya enters with the drinks. No one looks up. Victor, Dr. Reinhardt, please continue. You were explaining the algorithm's predictive capabilities. Dr. Sebastian Reinhardt, 52, stands at the presentation screen. German accent, Armani suit. The calculated warmth of a man selling something. Behind him, complex charts and equations glow with the promise of infinite returns. Dr. Reinhardt. The Prometheus algorithm represents a quantum leap in predictive analytics. By integrating machine learning protocols with chaos theory modeling, we've achieved a 94.7% accuracy rate in forecasting market movements. Maya sets down a glass in front of Victor. Her eyes drift to the screen, to the equations supposedly powering this miraculous system. Jonathan. 94%. That's remarkable. Dr. Reinhardt's fund has outperformed the S&P by 43% over the past 18 months. Victor, and you're seeking a $2 billion partnership with Hartwell Capital. Dr. Reinhardt, smiling. $2 billion to start, with expansion potential of $10 billion within 18 months. The returns will speak for themselves, Mr. Hartwell. Maya moves around the table, invisible as furniture, but something on the screen catches her attention. A mathematical notation. Her brow furrows almost imperceptibly. Helena Price, head of risk management, 50s, sharp as broken glass. What about the underlying methodology? We've requested access to the base code for independent verification. Dr. Reinhardt. And you understand why that's impossible. The algorithm represents 15 years of proprietary research. Sharing the code would be like handing competitors the keys to the kingdom. Jonathan Father, the documentation is thorough. The academic credentials are impeccable. Dr. Reinhardt holds advanced degrees from MIT and the Max Planck Institute. Maya pauses near the screen, ostensibly adjusting a water pitcher. Her eyes scan the equations, the Greek symbols, the notation patterns. Something is wrong. Victor $2 billion is a significant commitment, even for us, Dr. Reinhardt, which is why I've brought additional documentation, trade records, audit confirmations from Zurich, letters of endorsement from 3 Nobel laureates in economics. He slides a leather portfolio across the table to Victor. Maya watches the exchange, her mind racing. Jonathan to Victor, quietly. Father, this is the opportunity of the decade. Every major fund on Wall Street is circling. If we don't move, Victor, I don't make decisions based on fear of missing out, Jonathan. That's how fortunes are lost. Maya finishes her round and moves toward the door, but she can't stop thinking about what she saw. The notation, the equations, they don't make sense. Marcus, at the door, hissing, Santos! They need appetizers. Now. She nods, slipping out. But her eyes linger one last moment on Dr. Reinhardt's confident smile, on the equations that shouldn't exist. Maya arranges canapes with mechanical precision, but her mind is elsewhere. She pulls out her phone, navigating to a financial database she still has access to from her Columbia days. Maya, VO. The equation on the third slide. The Greek notation for their chaos theory integration. It used a lambda variable coefficient that doesn't exist in standard chaos mathematics. Her fingers fly across the screen, pulling up academic papers, cross-referencing formulas, Maya, VO, Con TD. Professor Wei's foundational theorem on Lyapunov exponents in financial modeling. Dr. Reinhardt cited it as his methodology base. But the notation he used, it's from a different branch of mathematics entirely. String theory. It's like citing Shakespeare and then quoting Goethe. She pauses on a document. Her eyes widen. Maya, VO, Can TD. Oh my God. The meeting continues. Dr. Reinhardt has the room in his palm, gesturing expansively at projections showing exponential growth curves. Dr. Reinhardt. The beauty of Prometheus is its adaptability. The system learns. It evolves. Traditional quantitative models are static. They fail when market conditions shift. Our algorithm anticipates those shifts before they occur. Jonathan to Victor. The preliminary numbers are extraordinary. Even at conservative projections, we're looking at 300% returns over 5 years. Helena. Has anyone been able to replicate the methodology independently? Dr. Reinhardt. Smoothly. Replication requires understanding. And with respect, the mathematics involved operate at a level beyond conventional financial analysis. Victor convenient. Jonathan Father, please. The due diligence package is extensive. 3 independent accounting firms have verified the returns. The track record speaks for itself. Maya stares at her phone screen, scrolling through SEC filings. Her face has gone pale. Maya, VO. The trade records he submitted, the timestamps. 3 of the most profitable trades listed were executed on market holidays. The London exchange was closed. The New York exchange was closed. There were no trades to execute. She pulls up another document, the Nobel laureate endorsement letters. Maya, VO, Con TD. Professor Henrik Sørensen supposedly endorsed the algorithm in 2019, but Professor Sørensen died in 2017. I remember, I cited his work in my thesis. I attended his memorial lecture. She sets down her phone. Her hands are shaking. Maya, VO, Con TD. $2 billion. They're about to hand $2 billion to a man who can't even forge documents properly. Marcus, appearing. Santos, the appetizers. What are you doing? Updating your dating profile. Maya, quietly. I need to go back in there. Marcus, what? Maya. The meeting. I need to speak with Mr. Hartwell. Marcus laughs, a sharp, incredulous sound. Marcus, you need to speak with Victor Hartwell, the Victor Hartwell, during a $2 billion negotiation. Maya, yes. Marcus, about what exactly? Maya meets his eyes. Something has shifted in her. The exhaustion is still there, but beneath it, steel. Maya, about preventing the largest fraud in Hartwell Capital's history. The doors open. Maya enters, not with appetizers, but with the posture of someone who has made a decision from which there is no retreat. Every head turns. Dr. Reinhardt's presentation freezes mid-gesture. Jonathan, irritated, who let the help in? We specifically requested no interruptions. Marcus, rushing in behind her, I apologize, Mr. Hartwell. Santos, get out, now. Maya, calmly, Mr. Hartwell, I need 2 minutes of your time. Jonathan, standing, this is absurd. Security. Victor, quietly but with absolute authority. Wait, the room freezes. Victor studies Maya with the analytical intensity of a man who built an empire on reading people. Victor, contied. 2 minutes, what do you have to say? Dr. Reinhardt, laughing. Mr. Hartwell, surely you're not going to let the catering staff interrupt? Victor. I said wait. Maya steps forward. Her voice is steady, clear, and carries the precision of someone who has spent years learning to speak the language of power. Maya, Dr. Reinhardt's Prometheus algorithm is mathematically impossible. The core equations displayed on slide 3 utilize lambda coefficient notation that contradicts the fundamental principles of chaos theory he claims to employ. The formula structure borrows from string theory dimensional analysis, which has no application in financial modeling. The room goes silent. Dr. Reinhardt, recovering. This is ridiculous. A waitress is now critiquing advanced mathematics. Mr. Hartwell, I must insist. Maya, the trade records you submitted list profitable positions executed on April 15, 2021. That was Good Friday. The London Stock Exchange was closed. The New York Stock Exchange was closed. No trades were executed anywhere in the Western financial system that day. Helena leans forward, her eyes narrowing. Maya, Contidi. You also list trades on December 26, 2022, Boxing Day. The London Exchange was closed, and January 16, 2023, Martin Luther King Day. The American markets were dark. Jonathan, uncertain. Those could be clerical errors. Maya, the endorsement letter from Professor Henrik Sørensen, winner of the 2015 Nobel Prize in Economics, is dated March 2019. Professor Sørensen died of pancreatic cancer in November 2017. I know because I attended his memorial lecture at Columbia. I cited his work on stochastic volatility modeling in my thesis. Dr. Reinhardt's face has gone white. Dr. Reinhardt, voice tight. Who are you? Maya Santos, Columbia University, class of 2021. Summa cum laude in economics with a minor in applied mathematics. My thesis was on algorithmic trading systems and mathematical fraud detection. She turns to Victor, meeting his gaze directly. Maya, KONTD. Mr. Hartwell, the Prometheus algorithm doesn't exist. The mathematical framework is scientific gibberish designed to impress people who don't understand the underlying principles. The trade records are fabricated, the endorsements are forged. The entire presentation is a Ponzi scheme dressed in academic clothing. Dr. Reinhardt, standing furious. This is slander. I will not be accused by the help. Mr. Hartwell, I demand this woman be removed and prosecuted for defamation. Maya, calmly. Then explain the lambda coefficient error. Explain how you executed trades on closed markets. Explain how a dead man endorsed your algorithm 2 years after his funeral. Victor, very quietly. Dr. Reinhardt, explain. Dr. Reinhardt. The dates. There must have been a transcription error. Maya. Which accounting firm verified trades that couldn't have occurred? Which auditor signed off on endorsements from deceased professors? Dr. Reinhardt's composure cracks. His hands are shaking. Dr. Reinhardt, turning on Maya, fire her. Mr. Hartwell, I demand you fire this woman immediately. She has no authority to. She's nobody. She serves drinks for a living. Victor rises slowly from his chair. When he speaks, his voice is ice. Victor. You want me to fire the only person in this room who noticed you were about to steal $2 billion from my company? The temperature in the room drops 20 degrees. Victor, Con TD, security. 2 guards appear at the door. Victor, Con TD, detain Dr. Reinhardt. Contact the SEC, the FBI, and our legal team. No one leaves this floor until investigators arrive. Dr. Reinhardt, panicking. You can't do this. I have rights. I'll sue. Victor. You'll be explaining to federal prosecutors how you forged endorsements from dead Nobel laureates. Take him. The guards move forward. Dr. Reinhardt's mask shatters completely. Panic, rage, desperation flickering across his face as he's led from the room. The door closes behind him. Silence. The room processes what just happened. Helena is already on her phone, pulling up the trade records Maya cited. Jonathan has gone pale, staring at the empty chair where Reinhardt sat. Helena, she's right. April 15th, 2021. Good Friday. Markets closed across Europe and North America. He lists a $47 million profit from trades that couldn't have been executed. Board member number A1. How did our due diligence miss this? Helena, bitter. Because we were looking at the numbers, not the dates. We assumed basic competence in the fraud. Jonathan, quietly. I pushed for this deal. I vouched for him. Victor, yes, you did. The words hang in the air, a judgment delivered without elaboration. Victor turns to face Maya. For a long moment, he simply looks at her, reassessing, recalculating. The catering uniform, the water pitcher still in her hand, the mine that just saved his company $2 billion. Victor, who are you, really? Maya sets down the water pitcher. The mask is gone now. What remains is something harder, something forged. Maya? I told you, Maya Santos, Columbia, class of Victor summa cum laude, I heard. What I want to know is why someone with those credentials is serving drinks at my company. Maya is silent for a moment. When she speaks, her voice carries the weight of accumulated disappointments. Maya, my father was a high school math teacher in Brooklyn, first generation. He taught me to love numbers the way other kids love video games. He saved for 15 years to send me to Columbia. She pauses. Maya Contidi. He died in my senior year. Heart attack. My mother's medical bills started the same month. Multiple sclerosis. The loans, the treatments, the care. It doesn't stop. Victor. And the job market? Maya, with a bitter smile. I graduated in 2021, height of the pandemic. Hiring freezes everywhere. When things opened up, I had a gap on my resume and bills that couldn't wait. Catering pays cash, same day. When you're drowning, you don't ask what the lifeboat looks like. Helena, your thesis, on algorithmic trading and fraud detection. Where is it? Maya Columbia's digital archive. Mathematical fingerprints, identifying algorithmic fraud through pattern analysis in high-frequency trading systems. Helena pulls up her laptop, types rapidly. After a moment, her eyebrows rise. Helena. It's here. Nominated for the Rothschild Prize. Advisor recommendation says, and I quote, one of the most original minds in quantitative finance I've encountered in 30 years of teaching. Victor studies Maya with an expression that has shifted from assessment to recognition. Victor, you saw what my entire due diligence team missed, what my son missed, what I missed. Maya, I saw what I was trained to see. Victor, no. You saw what you had the courage to say. That's different. Victor walks to the window, his silhouette framed against the Manhattan skyline. When he turns back, his decision has been made. Victor, I'm creating a new position, Chief Analyst for Investment, Integrity. You'll report directly to me. Your job will be to do exactly what you did tonight. Identify fraud before it costs us everything. Maya stares at him. Jonathan? Father, you can't be serious. She's a caterer. Victor, she's the most qualified fraud analyst I've encountered in 40 years of finance. The fact that she happened to be wearing a catering uniform is irrelevant. He turns to Maya. Victor Contidi, starting salary, $350,000, full benefits, student loan repayment program, private health coverage for your mother, including specialist care at Mount Sinai. Maya's breath catches. Victor Contidi, you'll have a team, a budget, full access to every investment proposal that crosses my desk. If you see fraud, you kill the deal. No questions, no committee, direct authority. Maya, quietly. And if your son pushes back, Victor glances at Jonathan, whose face has flushed red. Victor. Then my son will learn what I should have taught him years ago, that credentials mean nothing if you can't see what's in front of your face. Maya looks around the room, at the marble floors, the Rothko painting, the concentrated power that once made her invisible, at the people who are now finally seeing her. Maya, I have conditions. Victor, amused. Of course you do. Maya, a scholarship fund, named after my father, Rafael Santos. Memorial scholarship for first-generation college students studying mathematics or economics, funded annually by Hartwell Capital. Victor, done. Maya, and I want veto power over any deal involving mathematical modeling. If the equations don't work, the deal doesn't happen. No overrides. Victor, studying her. You understand what you're asking for? That's more authority than most senior partners. Maya, I just saved you $2 billion and your company's reputation. I think I've earned the right to be taken seriously. A long pause. Then, for the first time all evening, Victor Hartwell smiles. Victor, welcome to Hartwell Capital, Ms. Santos. He extends his hand. Maya takes it. In that moment, everything changes.